So conceivably, even the $12 million figure, that could go out the window here, if you experience something closer to like a full 4,000 subscription.
I think the only way the full 4,000 subscription makes sense is if we have a robust HUF.
In terms of, so EPCOR is dripping with, I don't think you've come out and said it this way, but you're dripping with some hesitancy about the exposure you're looking at, potential of setting a rate so high that it could scare off customers, and then they may walk from the system after you've already made an investment. Fair?
That's part of the concern. The other concern is just simply a really high rate is unbearable.
All right. In terms of whether it's better to go ahead and know what you're working with by scaring off anybody who is going to be scared off, do it right up front. Do you have a view about whether it's better to just know who you have to work with? What is your customer base?
Absolutely, and that's part of the reason why we disclosed the $20 a KGallon before we even filed, and that's why we disclosed the $40 a KGallon, and I'm very clear it could be higher now, before the CC&N is granted, before we get even much further down the road. I mean, the costs are where they are.
In terms of the intimidation factor of a hookup fee, because in your experience, they're typically like 1,000, 2,000, possibly even higher than that.
Absolutely.
To the extent that that could be an intimidating factor for people, would you expect it'd probably be better to do that up front, or do you think that implementing one after you've already initiated service might be a self-fulfilling prophecy of ending up scaring off people who had no idea or just didn't know how to grasp or tackle that concept?
This is exactly the kind of thing that we're talking about internally, and certainly I've been thinking about. Because if we have $2,000 HUF, for instance, now for anyone who wants to sign up, payable in 4 installments or something, and then and that's for your initial facilities, but that doesn't preclude you if you otherwise before the time limit. You can sign up later if you have a well, and it goes dry. But at that point, it's going to be a $5,000 HUF or something. I mean, there are different ways to structure this that might make sense. I think though that I guess from our perspective is we want to get to the right answer. We want to be transparent about all of it. We want to make sure that it is an equitable apportionment of the costs. And I guess I would also say that in the circumstance where a customer does not initially sign up, it takes time to build those facilities, right? And so if we've collected a number of contributions from customers, and then we go out and start building and designing the system, that's just going to take time. So that would need to be sort of recognized.